Today, I'm going to show you how to make carrot, apple, nut muffins. I've been making these muffins for almost 10 years. When I was working every day in my 9-to-5 job, I needed something easy and quick and nutritious for a quick breakfast muffin in the morning, and these are the best breakfast muffins that I think I've ever had. I love having these muffins anytime. It's a great fall muffin, sliced with a little bit of butter on it, maybe warmed in the oven just briefly. They have vanilla, we have sugar, we have cinnamon. I'm going to add a little bit of nutmeg and allspice. These are beautiful muffins. I can't wait to show you how to make them. I hope you'll follow along with me and make these for yourself, and you too will see how great carrot, apple, nut muffins can be. I'm going to make these as full-size muffins today, but you can also make them as mini muffins. Are you ready? Let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do while the oven is preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit is we're going to peel and finely grate 2 to 3 carrots, 2 cups of raw carrots. Now, according to my calculations, 2 cups of raw carrots, we need 220 grams. I like to do everything by weight, but if you just want to use cups, 2 cups of raw carrots, peeled and finely grated. And the other thing I'll say is I like to use the large holes on my box grater because I just like the texture of the fruit and the apple and the carrots, the way it comes out in these muffins. It'll be completely soft when it comes out of the oven, but you'll still know that the carrots and the apple are right there inside. Did I mention we have freshly grated ginger that goes into this? 1/2 teaspoon of fresh ginger grated. I just love fresh ginger in a recipe like this. So now we have our 2 cups of finely grated carrots. The recipe also calls for 1 large apple. I don't think I've ever used the same kind of apple any time that I've made this recipe. I love apples so much, I'll try just about anything, but I'm doing something different today. 1 large apple is going to be 1/2 of a Granny Smith and 1/2 of a pink lady. Granny Smiths and pink ladies will both hold their shape pretty much. They don't turn to mush when we bake with them, and that's what you want for a baking apple. Some types of apples get very mushy, but we still want to have the taste. So we'll finely grate 1 large apple. And so the next thing we're going to do is, in a large bowl, we're going to whisk together the flour, sugar, baking powder, and baking soda. So we have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And we have 1 cup of sugar. Now I've mixed together mostly organic, not raw sugar, but not white sugar. I mixed that together with dark brown sugar because I like the molasses flavor. There comes the brown sugar. It's a little clumped together. So I like to unclump it a little bit before it goes in. It makes it easier to whisk. Unclump your clumpy sugar. Although it's kind of fun to get a little sugar nugget in your muffin. It's kind of like a surprise. There we go. Now we need 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Let's see, 3/4, that's 1/2, is 2/4. And 1/4. 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. When I first started baking, I was a little surprised to see that salt goes into just about everything, even sweet treats. Somehow, fine sea salt makes the magic happen. And we're going to take a half teaspoon of ground cinnamon. That's an 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And I'm also going to put in an 1/8 of a teaspoon of allspice. These are optional, by the way. You can just stick with the cinnamon, but I like the added dimension, the depth of the nutmeg and the allspice. This is how we do it. Carrot, apple, nut muffins are on the way. We're going to set that aside and get ready in a separate bowl to mix together our wet ingredients. So now that we've got all of our dry ingredients organized, whisked together in a separate bowl, whisk together the eggs, oil, ginger, and vanilla extract. So we're going to whisk together 3 large eggs, 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil, one-half teaspoon of ginger, fresh ginger grated. Ginger just brings a nice snap to these muffins, a nice little, I don't want to say a kick, but maybe a little bit of a kick. I probably used a heaping teaspoon of fresh grated ginger. And then finally, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. We don't want to skimp on our vanilla extract. There it goes. Beautiful. Pure vanilla extract. It's like liquid gold. So now we have our dry ingredients, we have our wet ingredients. Fold the wet ingredients and the grated carrot and apple into the flour mixture, stirring just until moistened. Let's get all this golden goodness. There we go. And the carrots and the apple. Granny Smith apple and Pink Lady. What do you think of that combination? I think it's amazing. Okay. Just until moistened. Fold, fold, fold. Fold, fold, fold. And there you have it. This is our beautiful carrot apple nut muffin mix. Oh my gosh, I forgot the nuts. Okay. The nuts were supposed to go in with the dry ingredients. Well, the way I do baking, that's why I call myself an amateur baker. I'm not perfect. If you seek progress, you will meet progress. If you seek perfection, you'll only meet disappointment. Thank you, Guru Maharaji. There we go. All right, my friends, we're coming down to the final stretch. According to my calculations, this recipe should make 9 standard size muffins or 12 slightly smaller ones. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see if we can do this without making a massive mess out of everything. If any of you out there are experienced muffin makers and you know a better way to get the batter into the cups, please do leave some tips in the comments below this video. Oh my goodness, these are gorgeous. And there you have it. These are carrot apple nut muffins. Aren't they beautiful? They are superb. Now we need to let them cool before we can cut into them. Just fantastic. Beyond description. And get them when they're warm and soft right out of the oven. A little melty butter. These are wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. And do please click the thumbs up like button. Subscribe to my channel so you won't miss another episode. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.